here with Ian Allinson ahead of Monday's big Emirates FA Cup fourth qualifying round tie against Bishop Stortford, live on BT Sport 1. Ian, how's your preparation gone ahead of the game?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, to be fair, we haven't really focused too much about Monday at the moment. It's all about preparing ourselves. That the players are in a good physical shape in terms of where they are, because we've just played 5 games in 2 weeks. A few of the players were feeling a little bit tender after Saturday, and really on Tuesday night it was just really a little bit of not so much relaxation, but a less intense programme in terms of the players that have played a lot over the last 2 weeks, and a bit more of an intense programme for some of the players that hadn't played as much. So it's good. We train again obviously Thursday, and then we train again Saturday, and then hopefully on Monday we'll go there and get a result. But a lot of the planning will start now really, and then we can get a lot of that across to the players over the next 24, 48 hours, and we'll go into the game on Monday totally prepared for what I feel is going to be a really tough game.
You mentioned Stortford there. They've started the season brilliantly, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been very, very good, and a lot of the highlights we've seen and the people I spoke to, there's a reason why they're unbeaten. They've done very well in terms of their performances, the teams they've played, and they've remained unbeaten, and that builds a massive team bonding in terms of making things happen. You can see when they score their goals how everyone reacts, and it's going to be nice to be playing in front of a crowd. So yeah, the TV cameras are going to be there, which is great, but having sort of 600 people there is going to be even better in terms of playing in front of a crowd. So hopefully that will spur our players on as well and give our players a bit of a lift. But as I say, it's just really so far this week, it's just been really getting players mentally right for tonight's training session and then again on Saturday.
I mean, we go into the game on brilliant form ourselves, don't we? We've started the season perfectly almost. Well,
we have. I mean, I wouldn't say that the performances have been to the level that we would like to have, but they've been tough games. When I say tough games, physically tough games. It seems like everyone's had 6 months off and come back with an aggression and a fight to try and win every single game, which is what you want. So we've had to go in there, we've had to dig deep in a couple of games, and probably no more than the Concord and the Ebbsfleet games, where we were behind in both those games and showed great character to come back, and especially on Saturday against Ebbsfleet, for being from 2-0 down after half an hour to come back and get all 3 points was a fantastic achievement really, in terms of, as I say, of where we were, because Ebbsfleet were a good side. Let's not make any bones about that. They've got good players, they're a good team, and for us to get all 3 points that day was exceptional.
To have this game live on BT Sport, it's a great opportunity for the club, isn't it?
It's great for the club. It's great for the supporters as well, because the live streaming has gone very, very well. Some of the players are not even really known to some of the supporters of St Albans and some of the public of St Albans, so it'll be a great way of them going to show people what they can do. But also it's a great platform for some of these players to go and build a future for them. But as I said, it's got to be done the right way. It can't be a showboating game, it can't be a showcase game. It's got to be one of them where we've got to go out and be totally professional. Everybody will have a job to do, and if they keep doing and going along the lines how we've done already, then we'll be okay. If not, then it's going to be an exceptionally tough game, and it's going to be a long night if we don't approach it in the right attitude. You
mentioned the supporters there. Obviously, it's going to be quite a strange experience for them to be able to watch the game live on TV but not be there. What have you got a message for them?
Yeah, it's just it's hard to say get behind the team, but it's something that we do want, and it's whatever you're doing, whether you're watching it at home or watching it somewhere else, is that try and get behind the team in some way. I mean, I know that the team will go out and give everything they've got. We've got for me this year, I feel we've got a special bunch of players that have integrated very well into what we've asked them to do. They've bought into what we've asked them to do. And as a group, they've been fantastic. They've trained extremely hard. I said we were back on the 11th of July, and these players have been brilliant. Now we've got to take that forward. It's one game, which will take us into the next game, and then so on. But we're already looking at November's going to be a real tough month in terms of games, and the squad will get tested, because we will get suspensions, we will get injuries. And everybody in the squad will get an opportunity to show people what they can do.
And finally, what does the FA Cup mean to you?
I think it's a fantastic tournament in terms of when I was growing up. Your Saturday, from the moment you got out of bed, was planning and preparing for the FA Cup, and the TV cameras would be in the team's hotel. You would see players walking around preparing in a pre-match meal, and then you see them get on the coach, and then you see them arrive at Wembley, and you see them just get ready for a game. So it's just a fascinating day's TV. Very rarely did you see a game shown live on TV in them days, which the FA Cup always was. And just you get so many opportunities as a player, and I've been fortunate as a player and as a manager that I've had a number of opportunities to make some sort of headlines in the FA Cup, and when you get them opportunities, you've got to grab them. As I said, as a player, if you get 12, 14, 15 opportunities to get to the first round proper as a non-league player, you've done great. And that's what I said to the players before our first round, that let's get to the first round. Once we get to the first round, then we can look to make it to the second round, and then so on and so on and so on. And that becomes your goal in terms of getting as far as you can. You look at what Lincoln did a few years ago when they got to the quarterfinals. You look at some of the other clubs. I think Woking last year got to the third round, or the year before. So clubs do it. Why can't it be us? But it's going to be a tough game. As I said, I'm under no illusions. Bishop Stortford have had a fantastic start to the season. They've beat some very, very good sides this year. And if we go there, and as I said earlier, if we go there and we're not quite prepared, and we're not quite ready for a really tough game of football, then we'll come away there disappointed. But I feel with the squad we've got that we can go there, we can plan and prepare properly, and I think at the end of it we will hopefully be good enough to win the game.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ian.
Cheers.